Well, come on into a brand new edition of Liz's Ugly Bakery. It might not look good, but it's going to taste great.
They looked better before I put the plastic wrap over them to bring them in. They were a little shinier, but it's my sugar cookies. Then I did find Easter cookie cutters yesterday.
Okay, so in case you didn't hear the other day, she thought because of the whole COVID thing, and it's hard to find supplies, she was going to make Christmas cookies.
Well, I ordered the cookie cutters earlier in the week, and usually, with Amazon, they get here the next day. Mm-hmm. They got pushed back to they're coming in tomorrow. So the only cookie cutters that I had were like snowflakes and Santa Claus and reindeer. But I found some.
You did?
I did at Hobby Lobby yesterday. I went in with, two other people that were there and found Easter and spring-like cookie cutters. So we have eggs and flowers and tulips they were mistaken as cats last night. When I did. I had a cat one because my husband was like, is that not a cat? Why are you doing it purple? So I put teeth on it and everything. And then
That's hilarious.
Then I ate it. But yeah, so we're going to try these, aren't we, Taylor?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Are
I
you?
don't know which one to pick. There's so many and they're so colorful.
They are very colorful.
Does the design represent what they're supposed to taste like?
No, not at all.
So the
They all
carrot
taste
one
the
doesn't
same.
taste like a carrot?
No, absolutely
All right,
not.
I'll get the carrot then.
Grab the carrot.
My son thought the carrot was a grenade before I decorated it. Why are you making a bomb?
So Taylor is one of our video producers who had bravely said, I will volunteer to taste one of the cookies.
Exactly, and he's smelling it.
It passes the sniff test.
Okay,
Good.
very
I would
good.
hope.
He's taking a bite.
So a sugar cookie should have a sandy texture where it sort of melts in your mouth. Really? Is that what we're doing here?
Is it melting in the mouth?
It's not quite melting, but it's getting there. It's
Okay.
definitely a sugar cookie. Yeah,
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
sugar cookie.
It is very sweet.
Very sweet.
Yes.
Icing's got a good consistency. There's not too much of it. Just enough.
Oh, good. Good. Didn't
Okay.
overdo that. That is royal icing, which is a little different, and you can make it from scratch. I did 2 versions. I did one from scratch, and then I found this crazy mix yesterday. that you just add water to, and boom, there you go.
So here's a good sign that I'm seeing already.
What?
Taylor is still eating the cookie.
I'll eat that whole plate in a minute if you let me.
See, look.
I'm so
See,
jealous.
look.
Yeah, TJ, another one of our video producers, is sort of upset that he doesn't have one currently.
Okay, well, we'll make sure, TJ, you get one, buddy, okay?
Okay.
All right.
He's actually working is what it is.
He's doing all the work.
And the entire recipe, as well as some tips about meringue powder, which is one of the things you have to use for the icing, which I had never heard of before Christmas. But yeah, they're
By the
on
way,
the blog.
good activity to do with the kids since they're bored from being home
Excellent.
from school right now, right?
And it's really easy. You don't need that many ingredients. You need flour, eggs, milk, that kind of thing, and water and meringue powder. But you can
And
order
Tyler.
that.
Just
you need
like
Tyler.
that.
Taylor. What's
His
Taylor?
name's Taylor, Jim.
2 years, you still can't remember?
Wow, dude.
No, Timmy.
Okay, so
Timmy.
I would like to see if we could get a rating of a 1 to 10 on the sugar cookies from Taylor.
Oh, no.
Our video producer.
I feel like I'm on American Idol right now.
As far as sugar cookies go, solid 7 or 8.
Seven or
Solid
eight.
7 or 8.
That's good.
That's not good enough.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's delicious. I'm
Liz.
a tough critic.
I know. And I'm the kind of girl that's looking for a 9 or a 10.
Okay.
Now, if this tasted like a carrot and that bunny tasted like a bunny, you'd have 10s.
Seriously? Because I can do that.
It's Liz's Ugly Bakery. Check it out online. The full recipe, what you can do with the kids with the Liz's Ugly Bakery is on our blog, hisradio.com.
I love this story. So Nathan Nichols is a landlord. He owns some rental property, some homes, some apartment units in Maine, and he's going viral for an act of kindness. He has said for the month of April, he's not going to be collecting rent from a couple of units that he owns. He even went on Facebook and shared his story, and of course, that's going viral.
We have a system that is interdependent, and if one person is out of work, it's going to affect, in small ways, other people, and eventually it all comes around. And there are ways to act with your power that can benefit people.
Yeah, there's not a lot that we can really control about this whole COVID-19 other than washing our hands and protecting ourselves. But when you have, like he said, that kind of power where you can say, look, you don't have to pay this bill. You don't have to pay me back. You don't have to do this right now for the next couple of months. I think, like Nathan, we kind of jump on that.
That's good. When you think about it, too, he could say, you know what? pay it to me later.
Oh, sure.
He just said, don't worry about it at all.
We're not even going to worry about April at all. And then we'll look at May when it rolls around, when we get a little closer.
I see God's going to honor that guy.
I think so, too.
For doing that.
Yeah. Makes my heart smile.
I'm going to do the same thing with all my tenants.
And those are your children?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They don't have to pay.
They get free room and board anyway. What a great guy Jim Van is. The Care Community, a Facebook group that's been set up with his radio with over 1,500 people that are taking care of each other, which is really cool. And this one post, I think could start a trend.
I hope it starts a trend. I would love to see this on the drive home this afternoon and tonight. Jody posted yesterday, I believe, and it's all over Twitter as well, putting up our Christmas lights to spread cheer and joy amidst all of this that's going on right now. An elderly neighbor came to the house and asked her husband to turn on the Christmas lights because there was so much darkness and scariness now. And now Christmas lights are around the neighborhood, and Lisa was on Twitter saying that.
That's awesome.
Are you going to put yours up?
I would. Well, we have a new house, so this would be a whole new configuration for us.
Oh, sure.
Because we
figuring
just
that out.
moved at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody in my neighborhood put theirs up.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way. Okay, see?
No,
It's
but
already
yeah.
starting as a trend.
I love it. I'm putting a Christmas tree up this afternoon. I really will. A little one in my bedroom. I will do that.
But we can't go Christmas shopping because you can't do that.
Okay,
You
thank
always
you.
can.
That
No.
guy has a gift, doesn't it? The keen sense of the
What?
obvious.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a gift? You have a gift for
Online.
me?
Online.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A lot of
Never mind.
local stores are set up online too. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my list.
So there's this man that parachutes off cliffs with his dog.
With his dog.
With his
Okay,
dog,
well.
yeah. So he and his dog base jump.
Now explain base jumping. I think
Bass
I've
guitar.
got it.
Yeah. So, okay, bridge,
Yeah.
really high up, jump off it,
Nope.
parachute. Really
yeah.
tall skyscrapers,
Yep.
you jump off it, parachute.
Nope.
Cliffs, you jump off it, parachute. That's base jumping, basically. And he does the safer stuff. He'll do the high bridges that are legal to do it off of, or an actual, cliff.
Yeah.
So
The safe
this
stuff.
dog has done 40 base jumps with his owner. Yeah, Bruno's his name. He takes
course
his
it is.
dog on all of his adventures, and his dog is Kazuza. So Bruno and Kazuza, there's some footage of them gearing up and literally doing this. Even when they land, they high five. With the little paw high five.
I'm just trying to wonder or ask if the dog asked to do this. Like, how did this first happen? I
That's a
wonder.
very good question, but you can see how excited the dog is to do this. So you can see that when we'll show this footage on his
Right.
radio TV, but he's excited to be strapped in, base jumping with his owner, and then he's like excited at the end of it as well. It's like, let's do this again, kind of a vibe.
Well, yeah, some people try to teach their dogs not to jump.
On people.
Right. but
Yeah.
This one.
Let alone off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a border collie, isn't he?
That's what he looks like a border collie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say that because I'm showing them the pictures of it on his radio TV.
He's wearing glasses, so he must be smart.
It's called goggles.
Goggles.
Oh.
Got to protect your eyes.
All
Next
right.
time I base jump, Jim, I'll bring you with me.
Okay.
I've got the whole gear for the dog.
All right.
So,
Old dog.
Oh.
New trick.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that. The Care Community going really strong right now on Facebook.
Right. It's over 1,600 members. And what we're all doing is we're sharing our experiences, some encouragement. And Kelly is talking about local businesses because she owns a couple here in the upstate. IHOPs, Woodruff Road, Wade Hampton, and Easley locations. But, we want to know, do you have a local business? What kind of crowds are you seeing come through the drive-thru or call in those orders? And it's not just restaurants. It's places like Under the Carolina Moon, which sells T-shirts and that kind of thing. Do you have an online component? We would love to hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Post it right on the Care Community so that others can see.
Right.
Because there are people who are like, we want to support local business. We know that it's going to get a little hairy in the next couple of weeks because that's really tough, especially on local business. So post about yourself right on the Care community so others can learn about what's going on.
Yeah, in your area, tell us where you are. If you have an online store that is up and running, share that information and get it out. Because we're also looking for stuff to do, so we want an online shop.
Yeah, because we're all sheltered, social distancing.
And hungry.
Yeah, Jim is always hungry.
He really is.
Here's one way you can join the Care community. Of course, it's on Facebook. You can search for it on Facebook. We've got a link to it on hisradio.com as well if you want to surf there later. Or make it very easy for you. We'll send you a link. All you have to do is just text the word give. Not give, I'm sorry. It's care. Text the word care to 800-447-7234. 800-447-7234, the word care. And we'll send you that link so that you can join the Care community as well.
That's right. It is the first day of spring. That's why I'm wearing flannel.
He is. And I'm wearing a hoodie.
What is wrong with
What's
us?
going on?
Oh well, things are just different in the world. That's what's going on. So we're a little messed up. But like in so many states, the governor of Ohio ordered the closing of all restaurants. Just kind of close them down.
It's happening in a lot of states around here that happened too.
Exactly. I guess they're thinking that's like a hotbed of social activity and exchanging of foods and all that stuff. So it makes sense. It's very sad that it's happening. It's putting quite a hurt on restaurants. However, there's this one restaurant that the customer this just happened, and he decided his bill was only $29.75. So he gave him a little tip to help him through, and he said, "Hey, share this among 4 of the workers," and he gave a $2,500 tip.
Nice.
And of course, those 4 workers said, "No way, we're going to share it with the 13 workers because they're like family."
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that brilliant?
That is brilliant.
I know, and I did notice that on the you see a picture of the ticket, and it says "Share it with Tara, Nikki, Jim, Liz." There's no Rob on there.
That's okay.
So
I told him, you don't need to give me anything.
Really?
Give it to Jim, Liz, Nikki, and Tara.
that works out.
And Aaron.
Yeah. So that's going to help out, Rob.
It is.
But that's
you,
good.
you two enjoy.
Thank you all. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Where is mine?
Jim?
You were in charge of it.
I had to,
Jim,
Wow.
please.
Again.
Some people are like home. Don't have any work to do. But there's some good news we're seeing in the Care community
Yes.
with his radio.
We've seen a couple of posts over the last couple of days in the Care community. Costco is hiring. Aldi is hiring.
That's nice.
Because they are getting more business than anybody else. People are looking for groceries and, of course, the toilet paper, and people are doing their orders online and just going through and picking them up. So a lot of these stores, these bigger stores, need people.
Yeah.
We got to get these teenagers and these people that are at home trying to pay their rent to work.
Yeah, and that's available. You'll see some of that in the Care community, and some other businesses are saying, you know what, we need to hire some folks too, so we can help out during this trying time.
Right. Alex made a post on the Care community about Costco and put out, I don't know how many they're looking for, but basically stockers and deliverers and all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's definitely needed during this time. Social distancing, COVID-19. All words and phrases we're saying that we've never said before in our life.
Never in my life, COVID-19.
Yeah, right?
I've said that all my life.
Have you?
No.
Well, I guess if you're hiring, if you're a business looking for people, put it on the Care community. Get that word out so we can get some people some jobs.
So here's all you have to do. Just text the word CARE to 800-447-7234. Just one word, CARE. Don't do an emoji because it won't send you the link. It's just
Exactly.
looking for the word CARE. 800-447-7234. You'll be able to join a community where we're really helping each other out, Yeah. And that's happening right through our Facebook group. It's called the Care Community. This whole social distancing thing has concerts that have had to cancel and postponed, but not at his radio.
No.
Even in the comfort at your own home at his radio, we're bringing to you tonight a concert with this group. That is Unspoken, plus the new group Apollo LTD, I can say it, LTT, woo! LTD, they're going to be on Facebook Live with us at his radio at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, tonight. And we're all going to be watching together. Pajamas? Are you wearing your onesie again? Okay. Anyway.
Where'd she get that from?
I don't know.
Onesie.
I just like throwing things out there, and some popcorn, and we're all going to be watching together, which I think is so cool. So even though we can't be in the same room with technology, we can still be together.
Yeah.
So cool.
So we're calling it the Thursday Night Home Show. It starts at 8 o'clock tonight. Unspoken and Apollo LTD in concert in your living room or wherever you are, on your mobile, on your computer. Screen it up onto the AirPlay and up onto your TV. It's going to be a fun time tonight.
And the band members, they'll be all standing 5-6 feet apart.
Probably, you know?
Arm's length away. Isn't that like elementary school? Arm's length away.
Yeah,
Don't
only
touch your
you
neighbor.
can't touch the fingertips while you're doing the arm lengths away.
No, you cannot. How you do an elbow bump if you're 6
It's
feet
a
away?
new normal.
It is, isn't it?
Temporary new normal.
Temporary new normal.
That's a good point that this thing is going to pass.
Yeah.
And we'll get through this thing. This is so temporary. It's not easy right now.
No.
But we'll have better perspective coming out of it.
We definitely will. And I love the way we are as humans because we have hope in Jesus Christ that we know we're going to come through it on the other side. It's going to give us that better perspective. And we're going to value that time at the table.
Home show tonight, 8 o'clock. Apollo LTD and this group, Unspoken. We will see you there 8 o'clock tonight. We'll start it straight up there on our Facebook pages, either the Care Community that His Radio has or our His Radio Facebook page.
And a lot of us are dealing with some disappointment, maybe not even directly to ourselves, but our children. If you have a high school senior, they're wondering, am I going to make it to prom? Am I going to get to walk the stage? Sports have been at least postponed or canceled through, I think, the beginning of April in most counties. I have a high school senior, and he's dealing with that. I will say he's dealing with it very well, at least on the surface. You know, with a guy that kind of pushed that stuff down a little bit, but he's doing really well. He has seen the end of his baseball career, quite possibly, because it's been canceled through April 5th, I think it is, in our county. And he wonders if he's going to have to graduate here.
And that's something
It's
you wouldn't have thought that.
ever.
You click so you can print out your
Right.
your diploma.
diploma, right.
I know, that is just so horrible.
But there's a teacher, and I believe this was shared on the Care Community Facebook page, a teacher in Louisiana who himself went through this with Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's from Louisiana. His
So
name's Chris Dyer.
Got a little perspective then.
He does. And he wrote this great letter that I would love for you to share with your high school senior. He talks about that they have the right to be upset. I think, we have the right to be not only upset, but angry in this situation about certain things, but it's what we do with it afterward. It's how you turn that into something positive and get that perspective of what could be worse, or what am I going to take from this and how am I going to grow as a person. Also, my daughter, we talked about that earlier in the week. Her wedding was supposed to happen on April 19th, is now going to happen, y'all, next Saturday.
So quick. What happened?
You have to cap your group at 50 or
Right.
more, but there are churches. Her fiance's dad is a pastor. We're going to do it at the church, but there's also concerns there. Can't have worship. How can you have a wedding kind of thing? And I totally get that. And so what was going to be a wedding of about 125 people is most likely going to happen in our living room. Candlelight, some flowers, very small cake.
Making the best of it.
There's still love there, that we love each other, and we're going to get through it. And I am trying stop. Not to
Yeah,
cry
she's
here.
got some tears coming in.
But it's okay. It's okay to cry in these situations. But again, it's what we do with it. We're going to have a party later, for Taylor and her soon-to-be husband, and for Luke, as a high school senior. I know a lot of parents are posting their senior's picture on their wall on social media and saying, remember, these kids are dealing with some heartbreak as well.
Yeah, they are. And how we can be there for them. And it's
Yeah.
true. What's
Yeah.
what you do with it?
Right. And listen to because I think a lot of us as parents go, it's fine. It's just walking across the state. But we had those experiences.
And they're not.
And they're not.
Possibly.
Possibly. Right. Because a lot of the graduations are end of May, early June. So I think this is all going to be wrapped up, in my heart of hearts, and my hope is that it's all going to be gone. But we don't know. We're dealing with ever-changing times every day.
Yeah, every single day.
Would it weird you out as if at the wedding at your house, Rob and I are like looking through the windows, different windows, we guys have that space?
Yeah, got to have the social distance.
So it's no different than yesterday?
Well,
Yeah. By the way, you got Mountain Dew on your kitchen.
I know. And my trash can's not closed again.
800-447-7234. Kimberly, what's on your mind? You're on His Radio.
I just wanted to call because I heard your story about Liz having a high school senior.
Yeah.
I am actually a college senior this year, and I understand your pain in a little different way, but I just wanted to offer some encouragement. I'm actually in a healthcare major degree, and I should be graduating from that. And sorry if I get a little emotional, but I have just been blessed with a job in a healthcare career, and I'm able to influence some people who are dealing with this virus right now. Just be able to offer some encouragement and to know that God is in control with this situation right now, because I'm dealing with parents who are scared, family members who are scared, children who are scared. Even if I don't get to graduate, or if I do and get to walk down the aisle, it doesn't matter, because I'm already in that healthcare career, and I already get to make a difference and to get to show God's love, His mercy, and His grace. So I just want to let you know that and hopefully encourage you today.
And God wrote that story for you, for my son, for my daughter, for all of us, wrote that story before we were even thought of on this earth. He knew that we were going to be in this place in this time.
Oh, yes, He is.
I love the fact that God has set everything in motion for you already. So much ahead of the game.
Yes, He is. He's shown that throughout my life already, and I'm just so blessed.
And blessed, and I can't wait to see what God does with you, Kimberly. The lives that you're impacting
Right.
is going to be absolutely amazing.
I feel like God is just showing out through Kimberly every day. Think of how many thousands of people she just spoke to their hearts.
Yeah, you did that, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I tell you, we need each other.
Yeah.
So need each other. There's a care community that's set up with His Radio where we can speak into each other's lives and give some tips and some things you're doing with kids, and businesses that you see might have some of the supplies that others have been running out of, so you can point people in that direction. The Care Community is a Facebook group. We'll send you with a direct link when you text the word CARE to 800-447-7234. All these posts that are going really strong right now. I'm grateful that you are a part of it. If you haven't joined yet, you can. It's a Facebook group where we know that with God, we're stronger together, and we get to encourage each other and help each other out in the care community. Text the word CARE to 800-447-7234.
And I love all the ideas, whether they're activities to do with the kids or some virtual museum tours that you can take, or some information that's going to help us maybe with the bills. It's very nice to see on the care community. Well, we had a post. The United Way has a COVID-19 Community Economic Relief Fund, and they're going to help with bills, rent, food, and more. And so you call a number, you put in your zip code, and then they help you find those local resources that are going to get us through.
That's good. Eugenia actually posted
believe so.
that
Yeah,
for us.
yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you, Eugenia, for doing that. There's a lot of people posting a lot of great things, and I'm glad you're part of that community at 800-447-7234 when you text the word CARE. And I'm glad that the UW is doing that.
Yeah, right. That they are saying, okay, we're not going to just let the government take this big umbrella and send it out that way, because the government is trying to step up and do some things as well. But this is local and emergency, like right now, you may need something.
Yeah, so if you want to see that, know a little bit more about that, Eugenia posted that, and that's in our care community group at hisradio.com.